Hello, everyone. I hope you've had a great but restful weekend. My name is JC De Guzman, and I am delivering to you our top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis video for September 20, Friday, in preparation for the next trading day this coming Monday. So, I am going to give you my unique method or unique way of doing technical and data analysis together with my overall sentiment and recommendations for those who already have and for those who are planning to have any of these 10 stocks that I'm going to discuss tonight. So, three reminders before we begin. First, this video is for short term trading purposes only. Number two, before you enter a new position in any stock, make sure that the 10 SMACD combo is valid, the momentum power indicator is bullish, and that you have calculated and that you have decided that you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. And lastly, if any of these 10 stocks begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you're about to see, and if you happen to be scheduled to trade that particular stock, I strongly suggest that you post a request for that particular stock's latest traded volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum right at this very thread that you are seeing on your screen right now. So let's begin with JGS. JGS closed on Friday at 75.3. Support is at 69.6. Resistance is at, let me drag this a little bit to the bottom. Resistance is at 79.15. The 10 SMACD combo is still valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 71.2 million pesos. The volume is higher than the 100% of JGS's 10-day volume average, and VWAP is the last price is higher than the VWAP. I also like the perfect bullish alignment of the three simple moving averages right here. Risk level remains low, and here, like what I've mentioned, the last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. But the true market sentiment is in contrarian to that because it's a bearish TMS. Nonetheless, my overall sentiment for JGS in the short-term trading, for short-term trading purposes, is bullish. Technical reasons are the valid 10 SMACD combo and the bullish momentum power indicator. So if you have JGS for short-term trading purposes, you have data-driven signals to top up within the dominant range. Now, if you are planning to enter a new position, as in you are yet to buy your first share of JGS, I suggest that you calculate your reward to risk ratio first with respect to the support and resistance levels that I have mentioned. If and when you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio, then buy within the dominant range, not at any random price. Don't follow, don't imitate what these so-called cost averagers do. They buy anywhere below their so-called buy below price. We can do better than them. If you attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing in the Philippine Stock Market seminar, you know very well what I'm talking about. Okay? So, after JGS, let's talk about PPG. It closed on Friday at 9.7. Resistance is at 10.7. Support is at 9 pesos per share, which is in confluence with the 78.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci. The three simple moving averages are aligned in a perfect bullish position. However, the 10 SMACD combo is still invalid because the MACD is still moving below the signal line. Foreign investors registered an insignificant amount of a net foreign buying. I'm not going to mention the nominal value because, again, it's an insignificant amount. Volume is higher than the 100% of PPG's 10-day volume average. The upward momentum remains very strong as can be seen on the DMI and ATX chart. Risk level is moderate already. The last price is lower than the VWAP. So that's a bearish momentum power indicator for me. And the true market sentiment is neutral. All in all, this is not yet the time for for you to top up and for you to enter a new position. Why? The 10 smack day combo is invalid. The momentum power indicator is bearish. So wait on Monday for for the price action to kick in. You can skip the validation of the 10 smack day combo provided the momentum power indicator is bullish and that you regard yourself as an experienced and disciplined trader. So wait on Monday. If you have a position on PPG and your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you hold your position but don't hurry in topping up unless you see a bullish momentum power indicator on Monday morning. Same advice for those who are planning to enter a new position. And by the way, not because, if in case you will see a bullish momentum power indicator on Monday, that's not enough for you to enter a new position right away. You have to calculate your reward to risk ratio first. And you got to be satisfied with it before you position within the dominant range for at that very moment. Okie dokie. All right. After PPG, it should be FINMA. It closed on Friday at 12 pesos per share due to the huge acquisition. You can read the disclosure, but I'm not going to I'm not factoring in disclosure. I'm not actually reading disclosures. I'm purely data and technical data analysis and technical from the vantage of technical analysis. I'm only focused on the data here on price action. So support is at 11.8. Resistance is at 13.8. Should it break below 11.8, 10 pesos per share is waiting as the next support level. Volume is higher than the stock's 100% than the 100% of the stock's 10-day volume average, and what you can expect with these oscillators is an exaggerated score. So I'm not going to emphasize what I see on these oscillators at the bottom, but these are exaggerated scores. So, but the last price is lower than the VWAP, and that makes my momentum power indicator bearish. The true market sentiment is neutral. Here's my advice. Do you have FIN, PHN, FINMA? If you have it and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, it's better for you to hold your position or to realize some of your profits, at least a few tranches or maybe half of your total holdings on FINMA. Or just hold it, but don't top up. Our technical buy signals are not around. They're not yet present. And if you are planning to enter a new position, postpone that plan, be in a wait and see mode. On Monday, check if the momentum power indicator will become bullish. So, like what I mentioned during the introduction, it's better for you to take advantage, maximize your access in our private clients forum. Always ask for the stock's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts, together with our original method or original way of doing technical analysis also. Okay? My team and I are ready to answer your questions in the private clients forum. Don't ask on Facebook. Don't course through your question through our Facebook page, through email, or whatever. Just ask in our private clients forum. But that's it for FEN. I'm bearish on FEN at this moment. It's very risky to speculate for FEN. So might as well observe. Okay? For now. Next, CPG. It closed on Friday at 0.57. Support is at 0.55, which is in confluence with a 61.8% retracement of the Fibonacci. That's the golden ratio. And the resistance is at 0.59 in confluence with a 78.6% retracement of the Fibonacci also. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 1 million pesos. volume is green. The last volume bar is green, and it's higher than the 100% of CPG's 10-day volume average. Risk level remains low, and the last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range. And this is, all in all, this is a bullish momentum power indicator despite the bearish true market sentiment. But overall, because of the valid 10 MACD combo and the bullish momentum power indicator, if you have CPG and if your trailing stop loss is still below the last price, you can top up within the dominant range or just hold your position. If you are planning to enter a new position in CPG, you get the technical buy signals present. All you got to do is to answer the question, are you satisfied with your reward to risk ratio? And you can do the math on your own. It's a basic arithmetic. And if you attended the Evergreen Strategy Seminar, review your handouts. I gave some examples on how to compute for it. Same thing the private clients forum. Use the search functionality of the forum. Type in reward dash to dash risk or reward to risk ratio. You will find all threads where I wrote detailed explanations on why you should calculate it and how. Okay? After CPG, SHLPH. It closed on Friday at 33.15. Support is at 31.4. Resistance is at 35.5. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 35.4 million pesos. The 10 MACD combo is already invalid. Risk level is low. And the downtrend momentum remains very strong. If we're going to draw, no, not if, but actually I'm already drawing it right now. This is your downtrend channel. And SHLPH is keeps on retesting the bottom part of the downtrend channel. So this is a bearish one for me. For one, the last price is lower than the VWAP. And this is a bearish momentum power indicator. Now, even though it's a bullish true market sentiment, meaning to say they like the dips, us here at Equilist Analytics, we should not be in a hurry. We have to wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid once again and for the momentum power indicator to become bullish once again. We are not in a hurry. We should not be. We should be process driven. Okay? These guys who bought the dips last Friday, they are not, we are not as deep pocketed as them. Do you have 178 million for short-term trading purposes for one stock only? Do you have half a billion pesos like JP Morgan? If you don't have that much trading capital for one particular stock, for short-term trading purposes, we should not mimic them. The benefit of knowing the true market sentiment is at least we have a glimpse of what these deep pocketed investors are thinking, are doing. Okay? At least we know what they think. It gives us a reference on, let's say if you wish to top up and because your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, and then you see that the true market sentiment is bullish, then you can top up, proceed in topping up, especially if the momentum power indicator is still bullish. But in this case, even if it's a bullish true market sentiment, the momentum power indicator is bearish. So we should not violate the flow chart as to when we should only top up and enter a new position. Okay? All right, so don't be in a hurry. Be in a wait and see mode on SHLPH. After which, let's talk about FGEN. It closed on Friday at 24.8. Support is at 24.7. Resistance is at 25.9 or 26 pesos per share. So the foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 18.5 billion pesos. The 10 MACD combo is no longer valid, and the bearishness of this price action is strong based on my interpretation because the red volume bar is higher than the stock's 10-day volume average, the 100% of FGEN's 10-day volume average. It's beyond the 50% of FGEN's 10-day volume average. Risk level remains low and the downtrend is still in favor of the bears. The negative DMI is hovering the positive DMI, although the ADX score is still below 25 points. The last price is lower than the VWAP, and that's already a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is also bearish, so don't top up yet. If your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest you recalculate your trailing stop loss by decreasing the percentage of risk applied in your formula for your trailing stop loss. Did you attend the Evergreen Strategy Seminar? Review your handouts, lesson number 6, for that matter. And if you're planning to enter a new position, erase that plan. Erase it. It's not appropriate yet to enter a new position in FGEN, at least while the momentum power indicator is bearish. Moving on to APC. It closed on Friday at 0.71. Support is at 0.63. Resistance is at 0.77. Well, let's verify if that's really 0.77. Yes, it is. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 261,000 pesos only. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid, but it's already a bearish momentum power indicator because of this red candlestick and the red volume bar, etc. etc. Risk level is extremely high. Newbies, APC is not for you, at least for now. APC is not for you yet. So it's a bearish momentum power indicator. It's also a bearish true market sentiment. If your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you hold your position. Don't average down. Don't top up. Just don't. If you are planning to enter a new position, postpone that plan. Your momentum power indicator is still bearish. Don't disrespect the process as to when we should top up and enter a new position. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense subscribing here only to violate our methods as to when we should only buy and top up or top up. Okay, so not yet for APC. Next, FERRO. FERRO. It closed on Friday at 5.56. Support is at 5.12. Resistance is at 6 pesos per share. The 10 SMACD combo, it's still valid. It's still valid, but the momentum power indicator is already bearish because of this red candlestick and red volume bar. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 536,000 pesos. Risk level is also extremely high. This is not a newbie-friendly stock, risk level-wise. And the last price is lower than the VWAP. It's a bearish momentum power indicator, and the true market sentiment is in agreement to that. It's a bearish TMS. If you have FERRO and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, it's better for you to hold your position, but don't top up also. And don't enter a new position. You're better off waiting for a breakout and then reanalyze once it breaks out, or wait for a pullback at 5.12. But that doesn't mean you should buy right away once it hits 5.12. You have to reassess as well if there's already a buy signal. Alright, so after FERRO, let's talk about KPPI. It closed on Friday at 10.88. Support is at 9.8. Resistance is at 12.32. Both of which are in confluence with a 23.6% and 38.2% retracements of the Fibonacci. The momentum power indicator is bearish. And like what I've mentioned in my past videos, I'm not going to comment about these oscillators at the bottom because it's not yet applicable until the 31st trading day of KPPI since it debuted in the Philippine Stock Exchange. The true market sentiment is neutral, but my overall sentiment remains bearish for KPPI. So I suggest that you stay away from this stock, at least for now, while the momentum power indicator is bearish. So that's my technical analysis for today's top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for Friday in preparation for the next trading day on Monday. So again, my name is JC De Guzman, and I'm inviting you to attend the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing in the Philippine Stock Market Seminar in Makati this coming September 28, last Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 5 in the afternoon. And 1 year subscribers get a 50% discount on their ticket. 6 month subscribers get a 30% discount. 1 month subscribers get a 10% discount on your ticket. So just go to our website and click on seminars and then register under the Makati event. I wish you a profitable and a disciplined trading week ahead. Bye for now.